Welcome back. In this section, we're going to talk about how to prepare the environment in order to make sure that we are nice and ready to install our database. In our checklist, we're going to essentially do two things. First, we're going to verify the hardware specs, and then we're going to verify the software specs. So let's go into my virtual machine. First thing that we would like to do is make sure that we have enough power when it comes down to the hardware specs. So here we are just using VMware Virtual Player. So I can go here and I can go on Manage, Virtual Machine Settings. As you can see here, we have 10 gigs of RAM, 2 processors. We are pretty shy on the disk, but this disk will auto-expand, so I don't really care about, I don't really worry about that. As far as the options are concerned, we have mounted an external folder. This is pretty handy because it contains essentially all the installers that we're going to need. Also, this is, a little bit of a pro trick, if you will. We configured an auto log on so that every time we will have to restore the machine, we don't have to worry about inserting our credentials. Last but not least, I have already installed VMware Tools within this machine, so I will just take it for granted. And this machine is running Windows Server 2016, as we have discussed. Here on the desktop, we have one folder called the cool stuff. It's the one that we have mounted from my laptop. He has a bunch of installers already here. The one for Azure DevOps Server, a SQL script that we will use to stand up our dev environment. We have the installer for SQL Server Express. We have the installer for the SQL Tool Belt. We have the installer for SQL Server Management Studio. We have this test snippet, which is going to become handy when we will go down to creating some automated tests. Don't want to spoil the surprise. We do not have the add-ons for Azure DevOps, the ones that will be necessary for the CI and CD plays. But we don't really need to download them, and more to come to the section. So that would be it, and we are ready to go for the prepping of the database.